Hello, water signs. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Magic and Musing. My name is Candice. This is going to be your energetic check-in, timeless and also very general. So whenever you see this, there's a message in here for you. And if you're not a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or it's not in your chart, that's okay. If you were drawn to this video, there's a message in here for you. So we're just going to slow down and tune in and open up the space, see what wants to be reflected on and contemplated on for the water sign collective. And just taking a moment to breathe, to chill. Just being aware of your breath. And just checking in to see what, if anything is coming up for you right now in this moment where you're taking this time for yourself. What is being brought to your awareness in this moment? Just slowly opening up your eyes if you have them shut and bringing your awareness back to the space. So I am witnessing a bit of tension at the back of my neck, like someone's grabbing me, like at the back, like that. That's just my little crystal. Yeah, so man, I don't know what is going on in these elemental reads this week. It is very, very interesting. I'll say that. There's something is going on. I don't know what, but yeah, it's very curious. Okay. So let's grab some oracle cards to open up and see what the overall energy is for the water signs. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. What is going on? What needs to be seen for our... Okay, Scorpio is shoving its head in big time. Like, really wanting to be seen. Yeah, which is interesting because that is not typical of Scorpio energy. Most of the time Scorpios are perceived as mysterious and elusive, sometimes withdrawn. But yeah, this is not the case here because we're doing a general water sign reading and Scorpio is just like, me. And I don't know if it's because it is... has just... Scorpio season has just started. I'm not sure if that is the reason. This is general, but I do speak to the planetary alignments. Sorry, I mean to say this is timeless, but I speak to the general planetary doodads. So, yeah. Alrighty. What is going on for our water sign collective? What needs to be seen? What needs to be reflected on, contemplated? Interesting. Let's get one more. I'm shaking my head because we've got Leo here, which is a fire sign. Oh, and 555 is significant. We've got 555, so if you've been seeing that. Also 5 is a card for a number for change. I'm laughing or smiling or shaking my hand because I did a pre-read, but I stopped it. And the same thing was happening. The Scorpio energy was coming through strong. And for some, I think sun came into awareness, like the sun card or the sun, which reminds me of Leo because Leo is represented by the sun. And this is what I was saying is the opposite, like type of energy to Scorpio, where Scorpio can be mysterious and elusive. Leo is like, I'm here, you know, watch me roar, listen to me roar type of thing. So very interesting that even though I stopped the previous attempt of this, it's showing up again. So yeah, there's a need to say stop doubting yourself. Oh, that's a lot, but we've got communication, and we've also got Mars energy, which did show up in the pre-read, but I won't pull that out. I'll see what's at the bottom of the deck. So symbiosis, so that's working together. We've got transit, climate. Oh, I showed you the Leo card. And check this out. So third house communication, 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. Then we've got symbiosis, which is 52. And what was Mars? 22. 555, 222. You might be seeing those numbers. 555, 222. Okay. So with Mars energy showing up here in the transits card, there's something that may be showing up for you that might be quite and then Leo energy too, fire sign. So something is with Mars being here, there might be this might be an energy of some type of conflict. I don't know why warfare wanted to be said, but Mars is, you know, god of war. So there's definitely something about power here. This might have to do with connections, relationships, connections with the symbiosis and the third house communication here. Did I show you that card? Third house communication? Yeah. So this may, whatever this is, may have to do with connections of some sort. Doesn't have to be romantic, right? It could be work, could be family, but there's some type of what's that word? I don't know if you heard my tummy rumble. There's a rumble in the jungle. There's a rumble in the jungle. There's a rumble in the jungle. Something is coming, or something is here, or you're experiencing an energy of friction. I'm hearing friction, hostility. I'm hearing hostility. I want to read some of the transits, usually it speaks of being aware of your environment, being aware of, what the frig? It's like a lot of releasing. Perhaps a lot of outward expression. A lot of outward, how does that want to be expressed? Like energetic outbursts is what I'm hearing. But with transits is a card that speaks to being aware of your environment, of your, how people are relating to one another, or how about I read it? I'm holding space for what wants to be said, but I will read something to you. Yeah, so I'll just read a little bit of what I was trying to say that didn't quite come through. Stay alert, aware, and be ready to respond to incoming dangers and opportunities. Some people are moving in, others are leaving. New opportunities open and old chapters close. Listen to the grapevine for changes in personal or economic conditions. You are not in control of these elements, but you can make the most of these changes and dance with fate. People that walk into your life now might be karmically important. Either the relationship will last a long time, or it may be short, pithy, and teach you a valuable lesson. It can be helpful at this point to look at the transits in your natural chart. I'm going to say it again. Do not doubt yourself. Stop doubting yourself, because in the pre-read, I used a deck that I haven't used in a while, and the cards that came out were underlying patterns and cycles, natural cycles. What else? There was natural cycles. Find your calm. So there's natural cycles. Find your calm. Trust the journey. Underlying pattern. There was also magical gratitude. So there's a need to say that if this is something that is showing up for you right now, about questioning yourself, about doubting yourself, especially if there's this element of, I'm hearing like gaslighting, be in your own space. Be aware of how people's energy and what people say affect you. Or this might be something that has been an ongoing loop in your mind, like some kind of narrative. That was very random, but it was so freaking similar. I just had to pull those cards back in. Because on this journey, there is a lot of in this space, this particular space, I'm just speaking of personal experience and personal journey with doubt. When something is, has an air of unfamiliarity to it, or if you're not sure of yourself, if you're not aware of who you are, doubt creeps in, and it can create an obstacle. It can create it can create narratives about whatever, right? It can create a narrative that will prevent you from doing the thing that you might that might actually be the thing that you should be doing, right? And then we can go through these repeated cycles of doing something and stopping it, doing something and stopping it, doing something and stopping it, instead of trusting yourself and trusting the process and trusting the damn journey, right? So there's something here about really just being in your own bubble sometimes, especially when you're questioning yourself. there's this need to be, to ask, like, is that real? Is that an actual fact, or am I just projecting some shit onto myself, type of thing? Or you know, is this just a perception? I mean, it's all perception at the end of the day. Anyway, aside from all of that, there's a need to be aware of people around you. I mean, always, right? Like, we're always, well, that's the intention anyway, of practicing presence always. And when you're in that space, things are illuminated, right? Sun energy. So perhaps you're showing up in a way, because Scorpio is coming through like in a way I've not experienced necessarily. Well, I have with people that I'm close to, because Scorpios can be vivacious when with the right people, you know. Sometimes it's a shadow thing, like a mask, but other times they're just genuinely very interesting and exciting people. So the general consensus of Scorpio is that they're very mysterious, they're reclusive, and the energy that was sensed was like, no, I'm here I am, like Leo, rah, you know. So there may be, as a water sign, you may be showing up in a way that people haven't seen you show up before, or they're either, or you're showing up as your true self. So Sun energy, Leo energy is about the self, right? So showing up as your authentic, you may be showing up as your authentic self, and people were just like, what? Who is this person even? And it might not be going down well for some. You know? It might be triggering, perhaps. It might be getting people like really pissed off. And some of them might not know why, but some of them might have their own perceptions of why this is. Let's read symbiosis. Okay, let's see. And in the pre-read, the Three of Pentacles was there. So that's about collaboration and pretty much this idea of symbiosis, like working together. So yeah, it could be people in your environment, like say if you're in a work environment and there may be conflicts because of differences of personalities or differences in opinion. And here you come showing up as the motherfucking Leo energy, and they're like, who is this bitch? Who the fuck do they think they are? And yeah, some people don't respond to that really well, but anyway, let's read what this says. Lean into what is easy and comfortable and use that comfort to renew, grow, and expand. Look for people who have compatible and complementary ideas or skills to yours. Work with allies. I do agree to some degree. I do accept that to some degree, but there's also this thing of the people that we have the most challenges with, or the most conflicts with, they will teach us so much about ourselves. So this is how we can come from a place of judgment, of aggression, anger, misunderstanding, into a peaceful resolve, into a harmonious type of situation, because we're learning more about who we are based on our connections. That's what we do as humans. We learn through our connections. We learn through our relationships. However, what we tend to do is deflect that lesson and project it outwards instead of going inwards and going, okay, what can I learn from this? How can I expand? I did see the Sagittarius card before, and that's talking about expansion. How can I reflect on the situation in a way that is going to, I'm hearing shift consciousness. So this might require some communication, some actual deep communication. You may be receiving messages, or there might be some kind of insight coming in. But there's just a need to say that with the transit card here as well, if there is any type of conflict, be open to communicating, you know, being open to expressing yourself. Leo card here. Leo does speak of inner child, like inner child essence as well. So that can be looked at in a variety of ways. Either approach a situation with a childlike curiosity and a childlike nature and a childlike innocence, or there may be something about triggering of like child wounds, you know, those underlying patterns we were talking about, those things that that may have been created when we were children, these stories, these narratives, and then it just keeps replaying. So there's a few different situations or stories here. Let's get some tarot, and I'm getting, some of you might need a rest, like really just, you know, curl up and take some time out, especially if this is like a highly volatile type of scenario. All right. I've just seen the 8 of Swords, so that is, man, I'm telling you, in the previous read, in the attempted read, it showed up as the Knight of Swords. So both cards are fast moving energies, but they both kind of showed up in the reverse. So this could mean delays, it could mean stagnation, a lack of communication, a lack of honesty as well, or authenticity, I should say, with the Leo card here. Ooh. Shuffling this deck. This is the Wake Me Up. I don't know where I've put that box. It's the Wake Me Up deck. I cannot pronounce the artist's name, but I will be doing a flip through at some point. All right. What is the current energy? Obstacle, solution. It's 3 cards. Oh. One more. Okay. 8s are significant as well. We've got 8 of Cups and 8 of Swords, as well as Leo, which is at August. They're like July, August. So either August is significant for some reason, or the number 8. Eights can speak of abundance, and in the previous read, oh my god, I'm so, anyway, these are things that we have to work through. These are the growing pains of trusting and surrendering. In the previous read, we got Jupiter, but it showed up in a different card. It showed up in the, oh, bloody hell. Anyway, doesn't matter how it showed up. It showed up. So Jupiter can speak of luck and abundance. Yeah. So bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. So, y'all. Okay, so current energy, this is, okay, I don't know if this is about a relationship or a work environment, but this is some pretty heavy energy, and there's no, okay. Doesn't matter whether this is, oh my god, what's going on? Y'all need to go to sleep. You might not be sleeping, so literally, where is it? This might be keeping you out of sleep, the situation, whatever this is for some, not for everybody. We've got Three of Swords here in current energy. So this speaks to some type of despair, some kind of heartbreak or pain, suffering. Generally, it's around relationships, but it doesn't have to be. Can also speak of third-party situations. And the Three of Pentacles did show up before. So there's this energy of just like sadness, and with the exhaustion, like the tiredness that I'm feeling, this is, it feels like it's been yeah, for some it may have taken a bit of a toll emotionally, mentally, physically for some. Let's get another card on that. Actually, I might change decks. Let's clarify Three of Swords. Ugh. Yeah, something might be tugging at you energetically that hasn't happened in a while, where the hair's been tugged. Okay. Clarify Three of Swords. Okay. So we've got the Five of Wands to clarify Three of Swords. So current energy, again, fiery, very fiery energy here. And sorry. This is about speaking to conflict, you know, some kind of challenging situation, conflict of some sort. It may have to do, let me get another one. Let's get another one. Current energy. Yeah, we are deeply sitting, contemplating this situation. I'm seeing the Six of Swords in the reverse. Deeply contemplating this situation. Not necessarily being like, other opportunities might be presenting themselves, but there's yeah, there's a definite need to hearing to chill, to ground yourself, to yeah, there's this energy of something just, I mean, usually Four of Cups is like the boredom card, so you could be, or you could be right now just over this whole thing, over the situation, over being or feeling this way, you know? Just going, ho hum. Eight of Cups showing up as an obstacle. This to me is curious, and man, I swear to God, like this read that I did before was pretty much exactly the same, just different cards. Eight of Cups usually speaks about walking away from a situation, right? Showing up as an obstacle is like perhaps you're questioning whether that was the right decision. Let's get some clarity. Or definitely a lot of overthinking type of energy. And here we go again with the Knight of Swords in the right. So in the previous read, the Knight of Swords showed up. It was a different deck though. Different deck. Knight of Swords showed up in the reverse, and that can speak to like impulsivity. What does that say? Well, that's interesting. I've not seen that before. It looks like it kind of looks like binary code on that card on the bottom of his shoe. That's a bit interesting. Perhaps someone's a computer programmer or is in tech. I don't know. Interesting. But usually the Knight of Swords is the, and I said it before, right, with seeing the Eight of Swords. No, Eight of Wands, sorry, my correction. Eight of Wands, saw that before. And now it's showing up, this Knight of Swords is showing up again in the shadow. And so perhaps there's this feeling like you've rushed something, like you've made an impulsive decision by walking away. But we've also got Eight of Pentacles showing up with that, as well as the 10 of Wands. Yeah, 10 of Wands. So yeah, eights are very, very significant. So something about the number 8, like 8 days, 8 weeks, whatever, place that how you will. Oh my gosh, yeah, eight of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords. So you may be wondering, like questioning, did I make the wrong decision walking away? You know, you've put a bit of time and effort into this, like mastering this. So 8 is the number of mastery. But then on the other side, this may have been a situation that did create a lot of burden. That was pretty, like this is the energy that's here. It's this heavy burden, but you may be questioning it because, you know, it's been around for a little while, or this, if it's a person, if it's a, you know, they've been in your life for a while, if it's a job situation, you've been at this job for ages. Well, I have Pentacles. Yeah, like you know, you've had a lot of patience with the situation. You've been a little, you know, quite determined. If it's work, you've been trying to master a certain skill. Interesting. I'll put those back. But yeah, Knight of Swords. And there's also need to say, like, don't question your... It's easier said than done, right? Because it's... If a decision was made, it was made and it happened. Like, there's no... Where's that card? This card came up in the previous one. This Five of Cups, which is like crying over spilt milk, like crying over a situation that is gone, that's in the past, that you have no control over. It's done, it's dusted, but you're still wondering if it was the right decision to make, to walk away from it. If that decision was too impulsive, if with the Eight of Pentacles, whether you didn't have all the information, you didn't have all the ingredients, because she's out here cooking something, creating something, you know, learning something. Perhaps you didn't learn everything or understand a perspective. The Hangman came up before. Perhaps it was a perspective that wasn't quite understood. And yeah, you're wondering whether that was the wrong decision. So this could be, this is in the obstacle position. So you're still, there's still this energy of like, reminiscing about it. Thinking like it's still on your mind. Yeah, even the cards that came out in the overall energy, now that it's like I'm looking at it with the tarot, there may have been some miscommunication or just misunderstanding, but things got a little bit fiery. Okay, and then we've also got the Eight of Swords. So this speaks to self-imposed limitations, self-imposed restrictions, and it's showing up in the advice side or the solution side, guidance side, whatever. Is like the answer is right there. You know, this is a self-imposed limitation, or you may have created this, whether this is a mental thing, because swords can speak of like mental challenges. Let's get another one on the Eight of Swords. Fool. So this is about leaping into the unknown. I will get another card on that. So this is saying to just trust the process. Trust that, you know, sometimes things happen in life. Sometimes we have things and people that leave our lives, and, you know, we can feel all sorts of ways about it. But sometimes that, oh my God, this is like exactly the same fucking information here. We were talking a lot about, because the death, was it the death card? No, it wasn't death. We're talking about Pluto energy and death and rebirth, and how things sometimes need to end so that new life can come from it, or situations need to end so that people can have the space that they need to process things. So this could speak to, you know, sometimes, yeah, we have fallouts of people. If this is a person or persons that you're dealing with the symbiosis here, sometimes we have fallouts of people, we have conflicts with people. Doesn't necessarily mean it's the end though. Yes, it might have ended at that particular time. But again, this came through the previous read. Timing is a concept. Time is a concept. And, you know, I think we should normalize that sometimes people just need breaks from one another to, and I'm just whether this is work, like whether this is people that you're working with or whatever. Let's just speak to what's showing up here, what is being felt here. Sometimes people just literally need a break. If you think about, you know, I just feel like it's normal for humans to have space from one another. And so there's this story and narrative about nothing is really finished, right? Energy is constant. So there's a need to be just lean into the unknown, you know, even though you may be thinking about the situation, whether it's a friendship or a lover or a family member that you've perhaps had a falling out with, if that's like currently going on, or whether this has happened in the past. I'm getting with the Three of Swords here and the Eight of Cups. Sometimes things just need time. People just need time to heal and process things and work through things in their own time, in their own space, without any interruption. We've got Judgment at the bottom. So this is just being in a space of self-enquiry and asking yourself some difficult questions, maybe, you know. Like, have you really processed this? If this is playing out in the spread the way it is, like Three of Swords, Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords, are you still in that space of like not seeing things for what they are, not understanding things from a, yeah, things happen in life, let's figure things out, let's communicate, talk shit over, and, you know, see what's what. If you're questioning, like, was it the right decision to walk away? For some, this might actually be a spousal relationship or a romantic type of connection with the twos here. 222. Also the eights showing up in the way that they are, because 8 on its side is the infinity symbol. Let's get another card for Eight of Swords. I don't know why I just heard like the word music. Music might be, and here we go again. Six of Swords is showing up again. Oh my lord. Five of Cups again. Okay. So that was a bit. And then Eight of Swords again showing up, but in a different deck. Yeah, so this is, as you can see, self-inflicted mental suffering. What are we? So Six of Swords is walking away from, you know, things that are no longer in alignment with you. Stepping into calmer waters. So for Six of Swords, to clarify the Eight of Swords, you know, maybe you stepped away from it so that, like, sorry, perhaps you stepped away, or there's an energy of stepping away to move into calmer waters. So perhaps it was just too volatile to deal with at that time, and so, you know, you went into calmer waters. You know, again with the threes, so this could be a friendship, this could be a you know, for some, for third party, but Three of Cups is about celebration and friendship and happiness. So and I'm just seeing the Triskelion on as a tattoo on this woman's back, and that speaks to the interconnectedness of everything. So, you know, need to understand that this is part of our journey as humans to learn through our connections, and because we're one consciousness, so we're learning from each other all the time. Five of Cups showing up again here. So, you know, really grounding. Earth and fire. Yeah, so there is a sadness, there is a longing for something that's been and gone. There is something like a longing. If you look at the cards, she's spilled whatever potions or whatever this depiction is. It's been spilled, but she's still thinking about it. You know, there's still that longing for what's gone instead of looking ahead. And then we've got the Page of Wands, which is interesting to show up in here, because this is an energy of excitement and enthusiasm, like inspiration. Where's the Page of Wands here? Judgment showing up again. Eight of Pentacles showing up again. Coming into the shadows. So there's a need to acknowledge that, you know, perhaps whatever this is brought a lot of excitement. It was like fun. Three of Cups, Page of Wands. Brought you a lot of excitement and fun, and there's a need to, with the Judgment in the reverse here, to like acknowledge that you do have that inside of you as well. Like, you don't have to depend on people to make you feel that way. You know, like, rely on yourself to express that vibrance, that energy. Yeah, again, don't doubt yourself. There's something about self-doubt here. And just be yourself. Be your authentic self, because with the Judgment showing up in the shadow, this can speak to not fully expressing yourself, or, you know, wearing a mask, or letting go of stories that you've told yourself about, or stories that you've latched onto about who you are, how you show up, or how you're supposed to be, so that people are inspired by you or like you or something to that effect, you know? It's just, yeah, just be in your own energy, be your authentic self. There's just a need to keep reiterating that, and the right people will interesting. Perhaps you weren't, because the Judgment just landed on that card. Perhaps you weren't showing up as yourself, and that is why there was conflict. Yeah. So yeah, there is just a need to trust, surrender, step out of this box that you've put yourself into, you know, untether yourself from whatever restrictions you've created. Full card here. Just trust in the process. Trust that everything will work out. And if, you know, there's a need to say trust your instincts as well. Like if you want to reconnect and have a conversation with whoever, or even just opening up the space to have that conversation. I don't know. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of sadness. Yeah. A lot of sadness. So it's easy to say, you know, just trust the journey and be in your, like, sit in your shit and do the shadow work. Where's my card? You know, make sure you're doing the shadow work and all of this type of thing. It is so much easier said than done. So there is deep compassion for that. But this energy that that potentially you're searching for, that is available to you. You don't have to depend on other people to make you feel that way. You have that within you. I don't know if this is making any sense. What do we want to do? What are we at? Okay, I might do the healing deck. Actually, will I pull from the numerology first? Yeah. So some of you may be in a capacity of, you know, being in a process of healing. Some may be in the process of healing from this. Some might be, you might be a healer yourself, or in a career where you are helping people. So then it is, if you are in that space, then it is really, really crucial, right? To do the shadow work, to be in, and not to dwell in these kind of energies, but to really reflect on what you can learn from it. With the Hierophant that came out in the previous read. What else? Wow, water signs, that's a bit much. Moderation. Interesting. That came out in the earth sign reading, and I did speak to that before, so you know that read might be relevant for you. Oh my god, get some sleep. Adventure, again with the 5s. It was, yeah, what was going to be said was, see this as an approach this from a childlike innocence and curiosity, where it's like, okay, what can I learn from this, and how can I approach this? And you know, sometimes I'm just being brought to awareness of how innocent kids are, and how they with their friendships, like they'll fight with someone, right? They'll have quite strong words, but then next minute they're BFFs again. It's like that kind of energy of just like this lightness, just bringing this lightness into it and going, you know what, I actually did fuck up, or I'm open to addressing this situation. What, you know, how can we open up a conversation about this? And then we've got completion. So yeah, birth, rebirth, death and rebirth, right? Okay, let's get some healing mantra messages, and then we shall leave it there. I need to go for a nap. My goodness. Okay, what messages do our water signs need to see? Cultivating courage. Well, we're just speaking about that. You know, maybe it takes us to leap into the unknown and take the first step. You know, it says in any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. So that's just trusting full card energy, you know, just leaping into the void, leaping into the unknown. Welcoming surrender. I mean, hello. There is no problem, only destiny being revealed. Like, yeah. Any more? So yeah, things happen the way they happen. We have no control over it. So, you know, it's just sometimes best to just come along for the ride. Just go along for the ride and let God's source consciousness take the wheel. Soothing impatience. We did say that before, that there was perhaps an air of impatience. There's nothing to do but wait. Illuminating the truth. I'm willing to see things clearly no matter the outcome. So another message about surrendering. Demystifying the darkness. My shadow shows me where my love needs to be sent. Come on, guys. You cannot make this up. Seriously. And I'm also seeing acknowledging apprehension. When it's a yes, nothing can stop me. When I'm unsure, it's always a no. And this came out in the Earth sign read. And I mentioned that I don't necessarily relate to what it says at the back. Why did I say that? Oh, because of mind. Because mind can play trickety tricks on us and make us think that things are a certain way when it's not necessarily the case, right? So that was spoken to about in the Earth sign read. So there might be a relevance there for you. I think I did mention there was Earth sign energy showing up here. So yeah, sometimes our mind can play tricks and tell us these, because it's all perception, everything is perceived. So we perceive things happen a certain way, but it might not be that way. And that's what I said with the Eight of Cups, you know, not having all the information or all the things, I don't like, what was said there? Just not having all the information, like wondering if you made the right decision based on not having everything, because it was such an possibly impulsive decision to just walk away type of thing, you know? Okay, my friends, I shall leave it there. I hope that made sense to you. Let me know in the comments below. And if this resonated with you, please do like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I will catch you in the next read, which will probably be for the Scorpios, because we're doing I do once a month, or not once a month, but whenever the new season starts, I do like a celebration of that season. So it is Scorpio season. I will do a video for Scorpio. For my beloved Scorpios that jumped at me in this read. All right, my darlings, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Mwah.